What up, what up, what up? Welcome to yet another episode of the CM Show. I am your boy, Christopher Markland, aka CM. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping before we get into it. First things first. All right, got nice lighting. Y'all see the Black Panther right there? Did y'all see that damn the trailer for the Wakanda Forever movie? I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking about maybe 5, 10, 15 times. That's probably about how many times I'm going to see that movie because, man, that damn trailer looked good. Damn, it looked good. What's his name? My man, I forgot to do that. That's going to be a rough one. Anyway, my man, what's his name? What's the damn, director? Ron Coogler. That boy there can direct a damn movie. But before I get all caught up into that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. First things first, y'all, I am an author. So you know I've already written 2 books. I need for y'all to support your boy. Okay, support your boy. I got 2 books, Desperately Seeking Exclusivity and Desperately Seeking Pleasure. Both of those books have been released and are available on Amazon. The links are in the description section below. And if and when you do, because I know that you are going to purchase them, please make sure that you leave a review, good, bad, or ugly. Be like, yo, this book is trash, which it's not because it's a work of art, damn it. But just make sure you leave a review. Let me know what you have to say about it. Also, the Black Candle Box, theblackcandlebox.com. That's where I get all of my candles. Tonight is my favorite that I'm going to light this thing up, Black Ice, because we talking about Black Panther. Your boy's got this beautiful black skin, so god damn it, we're gonna rock some Black Ice tonight. Make sure that you go and check her out at theblackcandlebox.com. She's got a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, she was just telling me the other day that she is working on a new line. So hey, make sure check them out. Also, make sure you use the promo code DCM Show in order to get a discount. And of course, adults only. We're going to be talking about some adult stuff. Your boy's got a little bit of a, what they call it, a potty mouth. I'll be talking that shit. I'm going to try to, watch it because, watch what, fuck, no, I'm not. Anyway, so if that kind of thing offends you or, just like, oh my lordy, the language. Yeah, that kind of, yeah, this might not be your show. If it is, we're going to get ready to talk about it. So, without any further ado, let me bring this thing back. Let me make sure I can see her because we were having some problems. I cannot see her pretty face. What is going on? All right, you're there. I just can't see you. Huh. Let me go. It's kind of weird, ain't it? I don't know what the hell is going on. More. I'm going to stop your video. All right, start your video back up for me, please, ma'am. Oh. All right, let's do that. I just asked you. And if we can't see you, then we're just going to have to do something different and go to war with the army that we have. Stop video mute. All right, whatever. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, y'all can't see her face, but shit happens, I guess. Shit happens. I'm just saying. Anyway, being that we're talking about the zodiac signs, right? Our guest is the fantastic, phenomenal Pure Bliss. As you can see there on the screen, you can check her out on her 2 Instagram pages, one of which is at PZen Solutions, or you can check her out at PPL Unicorn Rainbow. Both of them, check her out because she does a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, you know what? I'm doing all that talking. Let me let her tell you about herself. Ma'am, are you there?
I'm here.
All right. Tell the people about you. I can't see your face on this one, but we can't. They can't see because I don't know what the hell's going on. But we're gonna still keep rocking. Talk to us. What you got?
No worries. Well, peace. I am Pure Bliss. I am a holistic Juanita of all trades. I am an astrologist, a tarot reader. I am an energy healer. I do a lot of things for a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Right now, I am taking up a plot for Black men. My focus has intentionally shifted to Black men and creating safe spaces for them. I actually have a survey, if you click the link in my bio, either one of my bios, that I am asking volunteers to take. I am looking for some feedback on what kind of spaces that you would like, what kind of spiritual safe spaces you're looking for. And so, yeah.
It's kind of cool that you that's your focus, because next week's show is actually going to be it's about good men. That's the topic for next week. So I think that there aren't a lot of safe spaces based using your verbiage that a lot of men have, a lot of men can go and experience. And especially the way things are in the media and just pop culture in general, don't get me wrong, there is a shift in the culture when it comes to men and masculinity, but that still doesn't change the fact that there are the spaces that are out there. So I really am glad to hear that.
Yeah, no, definitely, for sure. That's really kind of my spiritual journey, really, and because I was looking for something and couldn't find it, and so that's kind of always been the vibe that I've gone for. And just from talking to men, like, men are always drawn to me. Like, I've had several men who they'll start off trying to flirt with me, and then we get into it and I realize, oh, you really just need some comforting, you need some nurturing, you need somebody to talk to that's gonna not judge you for the feelings that you feel, So from that, it just really ignited me wanting to intentionally create spaces that not only nurture Black men, but also honor them for just being who they are. Just like every other form of Black culture, Black men are a whole spectrum. And I just feel like the society tries to push them into being one aspect. And it's like, it's really inhumane, and it's really crippling for the soul of the creativity of a Black man. So yeah, I just I'm very passionate about Black people, and I know that holistic communities have been really focusing on Black women over the last years, but that same energy really hasn't been put into the Black man. So yeah.
That's, what, man, I really do appreciate that. I really do, because you're right. It is kind of, it can be kind of defeating. But you know what? I don't want to get in too much into that, because I want us to stay on topic, stay on track for what it is that we are talking about today. And we already got a couple people in the comments talking about them. Shout out to all them lions and lionesses and all that other stuff. And y'all,
Put your personal side.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about safe spaces. It's safe spaces for Black men, and tonight it's going to be safe spaces for them raggedy ass Leos. Anyway, talk to us about Leos. They are the fifth sign in the zodiac. Before we go any further, what is the first sign in the zodiac? I'm just curious from my notes. I just want to, from my notes.
I don't know, it's slipping my mind. I really can't think of who the first is.
I would really like to know. The people want to know. Talk to me. What is the first sign, man?
About Aries, because I thought we were talking about Leos tonight.
Okay, fine. That's fine. I just wanted to put it on the record. Now, please, let's talk about Leos. Let's talk about the Leos.
You said Leos are the fifth sign in the in astrology. 5, just numerology. I can't say the word right now. Numerology. 5 represents change. It also represents a shift in emotion, just the way that the 5 is. And it represents grace. Okay. And so I would like for you to give grace to the Leos tonight as we're going explanation. Leos naturally are very powerful because they're connected to the sun, right? That's where they get all of their energy from. But just like the sun, they can either be too hot, or they can leave you wanting a little more heat, the illusion of heat. So Leos are very, very, very passionate people. Whatever they put their heart and soul into, they usually are very successful at it, depending on their perspective of success. They do wear on their sleeves, which is a very, very dangerous, in my opinion, if they don't have much control over their emotions, because they are very good at jumping to assumptions. They usually bite the head off first and ask questions later. So I would suggest to all the great, amazing Leos out there, and I just want to say I love Leos. Like, y'all are amazing friends. I can't date y'all, but
Stop pandering.
you're rude. But amazing friends, okay? Y'all get the job done. Y'all are amazing people to work with because generally have a business mind. Um, but I would definitely say just like get into the habit of asking supporting so that you don't simply so that simple things don't lead to arguments. Um, yeah, I really think arguing might be y'all's love language sometimes. But if you're really interested in conquering this aspect of your planet, because of course there's other things that are important to how a person is. I would always say dive into your Mercury, which is the way that you communicate, and also your humor. I found that out today. I thought that was pretty dope. And then Mars is the way that you exert your power. So you should learn how you naturally communicate and naturally exert your power so that you can become in control of your fire. I feel like as a Leo, like that's the most important thing. You have to know how to control your fire because if it's too hot, you'll burn everything in sight. And then if it's too cold, nothing will survive. So, of course, I thought it was interesting that y'all's birthstone is the peridot, which is a stone that aids in strength and protects against negativity and stress because y'all are generally very emotional about things, so y'all be stressed a lot. But it also resonates with the heart chakra because it's a green stone, and I think that's so interesting that even though solar plexus is y'all's natural chakra, y'all be so much in y'all hearts, like y'all are just big bare chested, heart wide open type of people. You know, even when y'all try to put up a facade that y'all are not, you are very emotional. I always like it's funny when I talk to Leos, I always want to know how close their sign is to Cancer because the closer y'all are to Cancer, the crazier y'all usually are. So that's why it's important to know those degrees of your planets because they let you know a lot about your emotional stability. So yeah, that's what I had. Do you have any questions for me today?
I do. How about this? Being that one of the reasons why I do this show is we talk about relationships, love,
Right.
and specifically Black love, but just love in general. What
Mm-hmm.
are the good, the bad, and the ugly, as it were, about dating a Leo? And that's something I'm gonna ask you as we move forward. The next time we convene, we're gonna be talking about those Virgos. But for now, what is the good, bad, and ugly?
First,
Yeah. Well, no, but no, I want to ask the same question about each sign. That's
no, I got you. You always ask me that question, by the way. But the good about dating a Leo is a Leo with their head on right is a great leader. And they're very nurturing, and they're pack leaders, so they're always concerned about how the pack, what's good for the pack. You know, they have a very community oriented mind usually, or they don't. See, the thing about Leos, I guess that would be the good and the bad. So the good is they're great leaders when they're balanced and they do have the capacity to think about other people, or they can be very self-centered, egotistical, and only focus on the spotlight being and that all depends on how well they know themselves. I know you generally ask what is a good sign compatibility wise with a Leo. Because it is a fire element, water would probably be really challenging for Leo. Scorpio, they would be too much alike because both of them have a hard time expressing their emotions. But they're both actually very emotional. Pisces, it may be too much emotion because it's going to be like, I'm feeling all these feelings from you, but you keep telling me that you don't feel like this. Cancer and Leo actually might be a good combination because there is that reclusiveness in both signs. And so they both have kind of a need to be away, but also a need to be clingy at the same time. So they may understand each other on a different perspective. When it comes to air, that may be challenging because air increases fire, right? So when it comes to a a Libra, that might be cool because they may be able to keep the Leo fire in balance. They may be, go up or down with them depending on where they are. When it comes to, dang, why my other air signs ain't coming to me right now? When it comes to, what's my other air signs? Aquarius. Ugh, I'm sorry.
The other air signs, based on what I see, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra.
Yeah, Gemini, Aquarius. I didn't mean to say to Aquarius. If there's any Aquarius, didn't mean to offend y'all. Aquarius and Leo would be good because they're both usually have a broad perspective. So they're more so focused on the community aspect of it. So they would be good at making moves together. Geminis wouldn't be good because Geminis have a lot of fucking personalities, and so that may be overstimulating for the Leo, and actually very confusing, and that would probably trigger some insecurities for them. Fire signs, I think that Leos and fire signs should just stay the fuck away from each other. Personally, I was
going to ask you that. Let's say you have a Leo that was blessed to be with the best sign that ever existed, an Aries. How would the compatibility or the issues potentially, or just any fire sign in general, but the greatest one in particular, how would that work?
I'm so sorry you can't see my face, so you can get the eye rolls. So a Leo, so we got the king of the jungle and the god of war, right? So there's always going to be this whose dick is bigger type of energy in that type of situation, unless one of them has humility. That would be the only saving grace in that situation. And because them are natural leaders and will fight for their position, that may still be challenging when it comes to communication. So I would not recommend a Leo and a Aries like ever in life. And also when it comes to Leo and Sagittarius, it could work because it can be an expansive space. Sagittarius don't necessarily need the front line. They can actually expand from the background. So they could kind of be like the fire under their wings type of perspective. Right. But still it could be too volatile in the same sense, because if the Sagittarius wants to expand farther than the Leo is comfortable, then it could trigger some insecurities in the Leo. And Leos have been known to be quite insecure, so that's why that keeps coming up in the.
Can you dig into that just a little bit? And I will say this: my daughter is actually a Leo, so and she is by far maybe one of the top 5 weirdest people. No, let me stop.
You're horrible. You're horrible.
Father of the year. Anyway, but no, it's one of those things where, it's funny that you say that, just speaking about insecurity. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not, Lord knows, as precocious as she is. She just turned 25. She is truly a force, but it's funny, there are other Leos that I do know, that may or may not apply. I'm just more curious as to for you to dig into that a little bit for me.
Yeah, so sure. So as long as their feet are planted and they're standing in what they feel is their justification, they're right. They're pretty solid in their energy. However, it's kind of like when they feel wintertime, and they're unsure about where their meal is coming from. They're unsure about what role they play in the scenario of their life. The insecurities come definitely because they don't really know what other role to play than being a Leo. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not like, oh, well, I could just be the person that helps in the background. No, they're like, I'm the leader. I'm the star of the show. And so if the show's not happening, where's my purpose in life? So that can be applied in relationships. If they don't feel valued or important in their relationship, that will definitely start to affect their self-esteem. That could be in friendships. If they don't see themselves as valuable in their friendships, they'll tend to shy away, or they'll tend to start to be a little aggressive. So it really just depends. But I think it's always interesting that either a Leo, like, you can always spot a Leo by their bone features, by usually how they wear their hair, just by their general presence. And
the way they wear their hair, you talking about like the mane? Explain that. Now that's fascinating. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, because I like to study people. I'm a people studier. So what I noticed is Leos are very much about their appearance. It's very important to them. So their
Uh-huh.
main is well taken care of. Usually you'll see a lot of Leos with gold highlights, or they'll have updos that kind of show off their cheek structure. They usually have bright eyes. A lot of Leos will have really colorful eyes, I've noticed. And like just strong jaw structures, really. Yeah. So either you see a Leo and they're proud and their chest is out, or you see a Leo and they're deflated and they're really trying to like blend into the background, but it's kind of like the sun coming into the sky. Like you're gonna see them anyway, you know? So they have an energy that just kind of calls you to them.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the ugly, if you I just want to make sure that the like you said, as far as just being too bright, too strong, with or what else would you consider to be an ugly, as it were?
Yeah, I would definitely say too bright, too strong. They can be very aggressive. They can be they can jump to assumptions really quickly. You know, it's this or that. You know what I'm saying? And it's once they believe what they believe, it's really hard to change a Leo's mind. You know, until they come off of that energy high. So our skill would probably be very challenging. Wouldn't recommend it unless you are very good at communicating. And they would withdraw, you know, like they almost kind of feel again like a Cancer, depending on how close they are to a Cancer when they're in an emotional space. They don't want to talk about it. They are really like they actually remind me of Virgos too. They're really like self repairs, you know. They generally don't let people in unless they really trust you, when they're in a vulnerable space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's good stuff, man. That's why I love these conversations that we have, and I definitely let me make sure I go through my notes before I start waxing poetic. Okay. No, it's really fascinating to hear you say that, because you know one thing I've really started working on within myself is you know therapy, right?
Right.
So as I hear you, you know, speaking about communication and so forth, you know, regardless of what sign you're with, but I guess, you know, fire signs in general, if you do have two fire signs or two strong people, if you if you sorry about that. If
No,
you no, yeah, if you are not able to properly communicate, then you know from what you're describing with a Leo, then you know if you're and of course communicating is not just you speaking but you listening as well. If you're not able to properly communicate with them, then you may take something they say the wrong way and vice versa, and now everybody's going back to their corner instead of working it out. So that is really interesting to hear you say that.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's very important in any situation, like you said, to learn how to, I guess, effectively argue,
Mm-hmm.
in order to, you know, because if the milk is spilled, but we don't need to turn that milk being spilled into a, you know,
You never
every,
buy milk whenever I asked you to. You always get buttermilk instead of 2%. You ain't shit, you motherfucker. I was buying you talking about like something like that?
something like that.
Yeah,
Something like
where instead of us talking about the milk, now it's a situation of you ain't shit because you buy Mayfield instead of, you know, Kroger brand or whatever. I got you. I got you. You got to learn how to
exactly.
communicate.
All these other emotions come up, and you know, now we got to talk about things from 15 years ago for something that just happened now. You
Right,
know,
right.
what is that, compiling, you know,
Mm, yeah.
it's
Keeping
never,
score and whatnot. I got you. I definitely, yeah.
definitely never a healthy thing to do in any situation, but
Okay.
it does often in communication.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing that we're not like, I love you, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to belittle you or attack you. I'm not trying to make you feel less of a person just to win this argument, you know,
Mm,
because once the argument is over, what are we going to do with these hurt feelings? You know what I'm saying?
right.
So,
That makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense. That's some good stuff. Okay. Ma'am, I definitely appreciate you once again joining us for this, for the Zodiac conversation. I really do, just appreciate you coming through and, sharing wisdom, sharing, your words and, being that you are a, for lack of a better word, a professional, tell the people about yourself one more time, please, ma'am, and also how they can reach you on both of your Instagram pages and everything else that you got coming up as well.
Of course, yeah. So again,
What is practical spirituality? Let me. What is that? Oh shit! What is that? Whoa! Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Your boy has been. I am just a. Let me hold on. Let me get this right. Oh snap! I forgot. The people. It might help if the people can actually hear you. So let's try that again. Hold on. Ah, shit. It might help again if they could hear you. So let's do that. All right. It might help again if they could hear you. So let's do that. All right. All right. Let me hear you say something. Yeah. Of course, that figures that is what you would say. Thank you. Yeah, you're right. I did say that. I did say that.
I like
Let's try that again. Okay. Let me hear you.
hi, how you doing?
All right, do me a favor. Let's break it down one more time. So, tell the people about yourself, where they can find you one more again, please, and thank you.
Okay, cool. So again, I am Pure Bliss. I am the holistic Juanita of all trades. You can find me on Instagram at P and my personal page PPL Unicorn Rainbow, and I'm also on Facebook as well, Pure Bliss and Peers and Solutions. Um, as far as what I have going on now, starting on August 31st, I'll be doing with my spiritual partner. I'll be doing Sacred Sundays and Wellness Wednesdays. So we'll be focusing on practical spirituality, breath
Mhm.
work, and other witchy things. And
Not witchy things, you silly.
gotta be some mystery there. And so
Mhm.
your question about what practical spirituality looks like. I'm a firm believer that your practice of spirituality should be between you and God. And really, my only focus is to give you the tools to make it an easier conversation. So when I'm doing a session with somebody, or I'm doing a session with a group, I always like to leave them with tools, even if it's breath work, and a little brochure, or some kind of ritual that they can go and implement into their own lifestyles.
Okay. Kind of like
So that
homework.
homework, I
Yeah.
left you
Yeah.
work from our session, right? So,
Yeah.
and I also have a King's Affirmation brunch coming up
Mm.
on. I know I'm really excited about that. Me actually, I want to give you the right date for that. Um, it's in September. I want to say September 21st.
Oh,
And
that's my son's birthday. Okay, that's what's up.
so the focus of that is to really just create a nurturing space, loving on Black men. There'll be an open panel discussion so y'all can talk about things that are prevalent to y'all in this day and age. The focus will not be on women at all. Women will not speak at this event. The only women that will be there are the women to serve. Um, and so,
Sir?
yes, to serve. Don't be extra. So we'll be feeding y'all. There'll be some cigars. There'll be some liquor. It's gonna be a whole great.
Wow.
And
I like that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
do. I do. I do. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to be staying, in touch with you, getting more information, and whatever I can do to make that event a big one. I'm on board, and I definitely am inviting you to join the show next week. Because, like I said, next week, the topic, the conversation is going to be about good men, and
Right.
I really don't think we have a large enough spotlight on good men, especially good black men. So I definitely want you, to tune in and just to get your input on that conversation as well.
Well, I would definitely love to be involved because I am the biggest cheerleader of black men. So
No
yeah.
doubt. All right, man. I definitely appreciate you. Once again, thank you for joining the show, and we look forward to talking to you next week and also next month when we talk about them Virgos, because it's gonna be Virgo season. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. You have a wonderful day.
You
Peace.
as well. Bye. So that was Pure Bliss. Yeah, we had a little bit of audio stuff. I'm glad we got that worked out. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So that was, as you can see on the screen, it is Leo season. And of course, we're going to be talking about Leos. A couple of y'all in the chat have posted your birthdays, because it's a bunch of Leos out there. A hell of a lot more than I actually thought. Good Lord, it's a lot of y'all out there. So, as I said, my daughter's birthday was this past weekend. So, let's see whose birthday it is. Let's see. First and foremost, Cheryl Brown. Oh, you know what? Let me say hey to everybody else first. First. Let me say what's up to everybody, and then I'm going to shout out y'all damn Leos, because y'all want to be damn Leos. Anyway. Hey, hold on. There we go. And then we're going to do that. So, Lorenzo, what up, man? Thank you, brother. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining the conversation. Cheryl, what up? Thank you for joining the conversation tonight. Michelle, what up? Thank you for joining the conversation. Yes, Cheryl, I see you. Shout out to all them lionesses, blah, blah. Yeah, goddamn Leos. That's where they come in and want to just take over shit. All right, Cheryl, it's your birthday. You say your birthday is August the 11th, so we are counting down. When is August the 11th? August 11th? Oh, that's next Monday after next. Happy early birthday. Michelle, your birthday is August 5th. And yeah, M&K. Yep. Crazy wife, 8/12. So we got the 5th, the 11th, and the 12th. So Lord knows them damn Leos all up in here. And they already talking shit about other people. Cancers are crybabies. Lord. But no, Cheryl, you actually said some really good things as far as, the Leo sign. And the Leo is a sun sign. It is a fire sign with a Libra moon, Scorpio ascendant, 5 life path. That sounds like a damn football audible. Leo, sun sign, Libra. That sounds like some shit Peyton Manning would say, but break it down as far as what that means, because I know that there is something to that, and I really do want to hear it. All right, so let's talk about. We don't want to do that. So let's talk about the Leo traits, right? All right, so Leos, the positive qualities of Leos. They're prevailing, positive, bright, high-minded, determined. I'm a big fan of determined, imposing, romantic, leaders, generous, noble, cheery, imaginative, and amiable. All right, all good stuff. But let's talk about the negatives. Please. Hold on. Let me do this. So when it comes to the negatives of Leos, we have they are oppressive, overdramatic, prying, showy, obstinate, opinionated, proud, narrow-minded, big-headed, and snobbish. Damn, that's a lot of shit. All right, but yeah, let's, what, before we heard a lot about Leos, and also let me do this. I wanna talk to. I'm gonna drop the Zoom link in the chat, so if you want to join the conversation, hit the link right there and be sure that your camera's on. Be sure that your audio is connected. If you don't want your face to be seen, just let me know. We can hear your voice, but I definitely need to have your camera on so I can see you, please and thank you. But anyway, let's talk about those. Let's talk about the four signs, the four types, I should say. Excuse me. All right, so of course you have fire signs, the best signs. Of course, you see the first sign, which is Aries. The rest of y'all just follow. Anyway, so the fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Then the earth signs are Tauruses, Virgos, Capricorns. The air signs are Geminis, Aquarius, and Libra. And last but not least, we have the water signs, Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpio. But tonight we are focusing on Leos, and they are, of course, fire signs. So let's talk about fire signs and how fire signs interact with each other. The polarities. You got male, female, of course, but then, you have fire signs are the more masculine sign. And of course, the earth and water sign, the yin to that yang would be the feminine. Like we said, the yang would be fire sign, and the air sign, the yin, would be passive, as you were, would be the earth or water sign, which is something that Pure Bliss just spoke about, as far as how each sign interacts with each other, and how the good, the bad, how they play off of each other. So that's kind of like what she was just saying, as far as two fire signs going head to head with each other is not necessarily a good thing. You have two masculine signs, unless each sign is able to temper their force, then you may have an issue, because like we see right here, if you have two active signs, that may be an issue, because a fire sign and air sign is an active sign, as opposed to the earth or water sign, which is more of a passive sign. The projective as opposed to receptive, extroversion versus introversion, animus versus anima, centrifugal centrifugal as opposed to centripetal, and levity as opposed to gravity. Man, that's a lot. That is an absolute lot. So it's as we talk about the signs and everything that goes along with them, we definitely need that. It's one of those where that each sign comes with its own force. And when you have a force like that, when you have that kind of energy, it can deal. So if each sign isn't necessarily able to deal with that, then you're going to have some issues, right? Now let's talk about some of the traits of Leos. Now, we did discuss that as far as what Pure Bliss was saying, but let's talk about that. The positive traits, right? They are enthusiastic, determined, ambitious, creative, generous, dynamic, loyal, romantic, decisive, warm-hearted. Damn, I can't read that. Confident and charismatic. I probably should have used something a little bit larger. Now, the negative traits of, there we go. The negative traits are, you know what? Let me see something. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on once. I don't see it, Kendra. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. See, there you go. Them damn Leos, boy. I can't even get it out. They just like, you see it. No, ma'am. No, y'all ain't all that. Stop. Damn Leos, boy. I swear. Anyway, hold on one second. See, that made me lose my place. Man, now my whole damn. See, Leos and caused my whole computer to shut down. Yeah, I'm gonna blame y'all because everything was going good until them Leos decided they want to start talking. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it, sir. It takes a lot of patience to be with a Leo, I guess. Anyway, hold on one second. Let me get my computer back up and all right, so where was I before I was so rudely interrupted by a Leo? Talking about I see it. Anyway, they're egotistical, childish, overbearing, stubborn. Try that one again. Stubborn, status seeking, possessive, autocratic, pretentious, arrogant, cocky, and dismissing. Man, that last one right there, boy, that one for me is something as far as just people in general is, being dismissed. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm Aries and it's like, yo, you ain't got to like me, but just listen to me. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, okay, I hear you, and then go about your business. Anyway, it is a powerful thing, as far as that goes. Why is my computer dragging ass? Talking about you see it, boy. I swear, them Leos, boy, Leos. Anyway, but let's talk about it. Okay, going through my notes here. Going through my notes. All right, if you are a Leo, let me know the sign of your spouse, and then I would, if you want to join the chat, if you want to talk to me in general, let me know. But also, I want to know, and drop it in the chat, please. What would you say is the hardest thing about being in a relationship with you? I want y'all to be honest, especially my Leos. If you are a Leo, I definitely want to hear from you, and I want y'all to be honest with me. Tell me, what would you say is the hardest thing about being in a relationship with you? Because see, it'll be all kinds of easy. All right, you said that your spouse is a Taurus, Kendra. Okay, I want to know, what is the... Seems like all the fire signs, all the Leos are with another fire sign. That's interesting. But I want to hear from y'all. Either you can hit the link and we can talk. Here we go. Make sure that's up and around. Why that's just not working. Or drop it below. All right, because it's way too easy for everybody to just drop the positive traits about themselves. I want y'all to be honest. I want a little bit of introspection so we can have a serious conversation. What would you say is the most difficult thing about being with you? In other words, what is your, for lack of a, to turn a phrase, what is your toxic trait? Let me know. Now, I'm an Aries, and I get it. I know everybody strives to be an Aries, and I understand not everybody can make it. But what I would like to, for me, and I'll start it this way. What's the hardest thing about being in a relationship with me is I can be... Man, ain't nothing wrong with being in a relationship. Shit, I'm the greatest. No. The hardest thing I would say about being in a relationship with me is that I can be a bit stubborn. For, I know that's probably, when I have my mind made up, my mind's made up. And it's not even a matter of you have to change my mind or whatever. It's just a matter of my mind's made up, And I think that can be detrimental to the relationship because, you have to have some kind of flexibility. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm inflexible, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I'll admit, hey, you know what? I'm wrong. My bad. The problem is it may take a minute for me to get around it to be like, you know what? I am wrong. But I will. What you mean a bit? What you trying to say, Cheryl? What you trying to say, madam? Oh, she said a bit. Yes, I'm a bit stubborn. How dare you? Anyway, Cheryl says, I've been told I'm too strong with my words. Man, that is powerful right there, because I think that is something that there we go. That is something that I think a lot of people in today's society, I've heard that from a lot of people. A lot of people have said that, they can be a bit strong with their words. I think that, words can be probably the most difficult thing to get over, because once somebody says something, you remember that shit. It's like, ooh, that you remember that shit right there. And it can be difficult. And especially when a woman is saying some harsh shit to her dude, unless he's got a strong composition, a strong disposition, and a lot of healthy self-esteem and all of that good stuff, that shit there will resonate, because, us men, we hold that shit close. And if you're with a woman that is just throwing out words, that shit there, man, it's tough. That is very tough. Michelle says she can be dismissive. Yeah. I kind of mentioned that earlier, that dismissive, that's a big one for me. Kendra says she can be cocky. Kendra, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by cocky? Meaning that you just know you the shit, or are you arrogantly cocky? I would like to know. Please let me know. But yeah, dismissive. Let's look into that for a minute. I know that she said both. It's what Pure Bliss was saying earlier, meaning a safe space for men, especially black men. I think it's something that is not prevalent in our society. It's always been that, men, but black men in particular, you know, shut up all that crying, boy. You're being too sensitive. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, it's like, I don't care what kind of energy it is, it's got to go somewhere. So if you tell someone, especially a man, to just to suck it up and don't say shit, then you best believe that all of that pent up emotion, all of that aggression, all of that energy has to go somewhere. So if you have a man that is coming to you, sharing with you, or saying certain things, and they feel dismissed or not listened to, or any number of things, that can lead to problems, because again, that energy has to go somewhere. So if that energy, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying for you to internalize that. However, you can redirect it. Okay, you can diminish it. You can say, okay, you know what? And then once it's out, then it can be managed. So yeah, I definitely, for me, dismissive is really important. Kendra, cocky. I hear what you're saying, but tell me, how is that a bad thing in the context of your relationship? How is you being cocky? How do you think that is a negative to your relationship? Again, for those of y'all that are just joining the conversation, for those that are just joining the conversation, tonight we are talking about, good Lord, I got a lot of shit going on right here. There we go. We're talking about Leos and Leo season. And the question that's on the table is, and even though, we're talking about Leos, but I'm asking this of everybody, either you can hit the link and join me in the conversation, or you can tell me in the chat, what is the one thing, the one trait, the one thing about you that is the most difficult thing in a relationship? What is it about yourself? Like I said, it's easy for us to talk about, I'm this, I'm that, y'all women, all now y'all talking about, I am the table, and ask what you bring to the table, that bullshit right there. But I want to know, what is the one thing about yourself that makes it difficult to be in relationship with you? I want to know. All right. So far, we've had a few responses. I won't let the man be the man. Woo, woo. Man, oh man. You know what? I kind of teased it earlier, right? And for next week, the topic next week, y'all. In fact, you know what? Let me do this first. Let me do this before I even do that. All right. What Kendra said was this: it's difficult for her. The one thing that if she could change it, or the most difficult trait about her in a relationship is that she's cocky. Meaning, because sometimes, and of course she put the disqualifier in there, or the qualifier, I should say, because sometimes I won't let the man be the man. And y'all, that is difficult. And that's why I wanted to talk about this next week. Next week's topic, y'all. Next week's topic. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be talking about good men, because it's difficult in our current climate, because, and don't get me wrong, a lot of dudes, it's a lot of feminized dudes out there. Okay. It's a lot of bitch made dudes. I'm not even going to discount that. I'm not even going to say that, but it's a lot of bitch made dudes out there. And I get it. There is no true one definition of a man and what's considered manly behavior. It ain't got shit to do with your sexuality. You can love who you love. You know, I don't give a damn if you gay, bisexual. That doesn't make you a man. It's just who you like to have sex with, whatever. But there's some dudes out there that are, you know, our society is how can I say, gotten soft. That's my opinion, all right? So I can understand that it's difficult for women, who in my opinion have gotten stronger, to fall back and be like, all right, I'm gonna let you handle your business. I'm gonna let you, quote unquote, be the man. And therefore I can understand what Kendra is talking about. I'm not agreeing, not saying she's right, but I can see it's a lot more prevalent today. And I can understand the reason why it is, you know, why that is what it is in today's day and age. I hate to say it, but I can see it. It's annoying as hell, but I can see it. Cheryl says, I've been told I don't. That's the same damn thing. I'm sorry, Leos. Do y'all see the pattern here? Leos, my Leo ladies, y'all lionesses, do you not see the pattern? I've been told I want to be the man and the woman. Hermaphrodite shit aside, let's talk about this. Leos, do you not see the damn sign? Just saying. Just saying. Woosah. Come on, Chris. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Let's bring it down. 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 All right. I'm going to talk to y'all Leos, but I'm going to talk to my ladies in general. Okay? I'm talking about ladies in general. Ask yourself, why do you think you got to be the man in the relationship? All right? Ask yourself why. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't because your man ain't doing what he's supposed to do. It's just because he ain't doing it the way you want him to do it. And therefore, that is problematic for you. Because as Pure Bliss said earlier, both you and your dude, y'all can't be having no dick measuring contest, because last I checked, your dick really is kind of small. It's in a hood. It's hidden. I'm just saying. Both y'all can't be the man in the relationship, because that's a problem. Come on now. Nope. I'm sorry, Cheryl. I can't rock with you. I love you to death, but I can't rock with you all the way on that one. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is there comes a point in time where you can be too strong, where you can be too forceful, where you can, both of y'all can't be the quote unquote man in the relationship. Ain't but one. So unless that man is actually not doing what he's supposed to do, and you've communicated the things that you need for him to do, if you say, I need for you to do X, Y, and Z, and he does X, Y, and Z, and it still ain't good enough, then the problem ain't with him. Cheryl says, I don't feel it's the Leos, it's the partners we settle for. Come on, man. Okay, so then I'm going to ask the question. Cheryl, I need for you to hit the link. I'm going to need to talk to you, ma'am. I need to talk to you. Then my question is, why settle for them? Why are we settling if just let me dig into that question before I verbalize and get all amped up more than I am now. All right, let's go. Okay, settle for our partners. I think that's a big problem that we have in our society in general now. Okay, that we settle for people that ultimately aren't good for us or are right for us. However, they make us feel good in ways that, you know, they get certain body parts tingling, and then it's like, oh, okay, let's go. But in reality, it's not necessarily what's good for you. Or because we're lacking certain things within ourselves, we tend to use people as salves, right? So I think that that's part of it. So we do tend to settle. And then when you realize, oh shit, I'm settling, then you do kind of lash out because like, God damn it, I'm settling. So I can't understand that. However, then that's not really on them. That's, maybe that's on you. All right. And Cheryl says, Leos, we have to have real men and not snowflakes. Well, we got to define the word real. Because again, a lot of times, if you go back, I need a man to do this, this, and this. And when the man does this, and that, it's like, see, I said this, and this, but you're just doing this, and that. Therefore, you're not a real man because you didn't. No. Come on. I'm just saying. Come on. And Cheryl said, if the man is not being the man, then what? What is the man? What is it for you? What do you need for a man to do? And if he's not, then it's time to cut bait and get the hell on. And let me ask you this question, especially not just to my Leos, but everybody. Let me ask y'all this. When did you realize that he's not being the man? Because you can only hide who you are for so long. You can only camouflage your true ways, but for so long. So if you know after week number 2, week number 3, that this motherfucker ain't shit, because it's a bunch of fuckboys out there. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a bunch of fuckboys. It's a bunch of know-nothing dudes. It's a bunch of sorry-ass dudes. It's a bunch of feminine dudes out there. I get it. I am no way, shape, man, or form saying that all dudes are good dudes. Nope, not saying that, because that ain't true. I get it. It's a bunch of dudes out there. Some like, bruh, you piss sitting down. Let me stop. My bad. Sorry, YouTube. My fault. Anyway, all I'm saying is like, it's a bunch of dudes out there that are lacking. All right. Let me leave it at that. So I'm going to ask the question, and I'm going to challenge you ladies on this. All right. Because it's the same challenge that I have to a dude talking about his baby mama ain't shit. I'm like, bro, you the one that got her pregnant. She wasn't shit when you got with her. You kind of realized that. So she didn't just all of a sudden flip a switch and, not become shit. Same thing goes to the ladies. My baby daddy ain't shit. Yeah, you probably should have realized that, after you found out about the other 3 women that he had kids with. What makes you, being baby mom number 4, like you just got the magic twat that's going to make him change? No, he wasn't shit when you got with him. Can't blame the dude for that. Can't blame the dude for that. Let's talk to a friend of mine. You mismanage your pussy. Anyway, let me stop. Mismanage your twat. Hold on one second. All right, Cheryl, what you got? Someone has got to lead. By nature, should lead. However, as you were. Let's start over. Cheryl says, someone has got to lead. By nature, men should lead. However, when they don't, then what? Women by nature are supporters. Again, Cheryl, I got to say it. If you are in a situation after week number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, after 3 months, the 90-day rule, Steve Harvey and all that, all right? If he's not leading, then cut bait. And I think that, and I'm not just saying this for you, because I know a lot of dudes stay with women that, again, that might make you feel good, might have blood flowing through certain body parts, but you know when they're not the right one. And I think that a lot of times, if you know that, okay, I'm tired of this dude, whenever he asks, hey, you want to go out? Then he asks me what you want to do. That lets you know, if you can't even figure out where the hell we're going to go out, on a date at, then you damn sure ain't going to lead the household, because you can't even figure out what the hell it is we want to eat. So little things like that. We had a show a while back talking about red flags, and I'm going to do it again. I don't think I've done the red flag show under the CM show banner. I think we did it, but those red flags are there and they be flapping in the breeze. And for whatever reason, we ignore them until it's too damn late. The green flags are there. Yeah, it's on and popping. Like I said, the blood is just flowing and things are just feeling good. However, those red flags are there. And if there is a problem, you need to pump the brakes and address that problem. Hey, I don't like this. Hey, you didn't tell me about that. Hey, this bothered me. And if those problems are not addressed right then and there in a way that makes you, I know we're speaking in generalities, by the way. If you know that the answer or the response that they give to the issues that you raised are not conducive to satisfying you, is like, all right, you know what? Thank you for that. I feel better. Let's keep moving forward. But if you say, hey man, tired of leading, I'm not built to be carrying this load, man. I'm not. No, that's your job. And if they're like, oh, it's easy when you do it, man, get the hell on, leave. And again, Cheryl, I know, I appreciate the conversation. I like the fact that you give me the heat over here. I do appreciate that. You're right. We are speaking in generalities. Lord knows, no, we're not saying this. No, I'm not saying you or anybody else. I mean, just, say that. I'm just saying in general, like I said, men in general these days are kind of soft. I'm not even gonna lie. There can be a number of reasons why I have my thoughts on as to why we have a generation of soft ass dudes. But at the end of the day, regardless of the why, you still got a bunch of soft ass dudes. And at the same time, you got a bunch of strong ass women too. You got a bunch of strong ass women. And a lot of times it's like, it's like, man, both of us can't lead. And if I'm trying to take the lead and I got to argue with your ass every 5 minutes about why I'm doing what I'm doing, that's a problem. So that's all I'm saying. What time is it? Ooh, okay. Y'all, looking at the clock, it's time to wrap this one up. God damn it. This show's been fun. Again, let me shout out to Pure Bliss for joining us tonight and giving us a lot of information, a lot of good stuff, man. Really fantastic woman, really, really good woman. And if you get a chance, please make sure that you go to her Instagram. She's got 2 pages. You got PZen Solutions, and you have at PPL Unicorn Rainbow. So make sure you hit her up on both of those. Like she was saying, she's has a focus right now on empowering and uplifting Black men. So if you get a chance to, like I said, reach out to her, especially if you're a Black man, and take full advantage of her services, please, and thank you. Also, like I said, I got 2 books. You can get the links in the bio section, in the description section below. So please make sure that if you haven't already done so, purchase 1 or 2 of the books. Book number 3, Desperately Seeking Clarity, that will be coming soon. In fact, your boy, I'm so excited, man. My editor, she hit me up today. She's like, Christopher, excuse me. She said, Chris, yo, edits are done. How do you want them? Do you want me to send them to you by this, or do you want me to email them? So I'm like, yo, I'm stoked. So book number 3, Desperately Seeking Clarity, is coming soon. And I have started working on book number 4, DSU, Desperately Seeking Understanding. All right. So those books are coming next week. Next week's topic is going to be good men. We're going to be talking about good men because, as we spoke earlier, a lot of us dudes ain't really getting it's hard out here. Okay. It is hard out here. So my back is hurting. So we're going to be talking about that. We are going to be talking about, man, if I can get my damn computer to work. We're going to be talking about good men. So I definitely, want to hear from all of my dudes out there. If you consider yourself to be a good man, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I want us to talk about that. God damn it. But this Friday, and I don't have the graphic for it, but this Friday, we're doing our Free for All Friday show as we always do. So this Friday, Friday the 20, what is this Friday? Is it, damn, this week? Is it the 28th? Yeah, Friday the 28th, 29th, excuse me. So we're going to be doing our Free for All Friday show. So I'm going to be, dropping the links and whatnot. So if you haven't already done so, please make sure you like this video. Make sure you follow me on Facebook. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. And as always, y'all, Stay tuned. Stay determined. Y'all have a good one. See y'all next week. Oh, snap. Not that one. It's this one.